Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report, because without you guys, this would be nothing. And man, you gotta love this time of year, even though we don't have football, but with all the stuff that's going on, it's kind of exciting, to be honest with you. Here's what we know right now as far as Tony Romo goes. Not really a damn thing, let's be honest. All this came from Ian Rappaport, who sent out a tweet saying that the Redskins were talking to the 49ers about a trade for Kirk Cousins and draft picks, and that it may involve Tony Romo. Thus far, everybody from Dallas has basically said, we ain't heard from anybody. Now, that could be the truth, or it could be that they haven't. But what we do know is it's put other people on notice. We know earlier in the week that the Denver Broncos had said, we're interested in Tony Romo if he's a free agent. We know that Tony Romo has said that he's willing to redo his contract to make it team friendly for whoever he goes to. We know that the Texans, there's a little bit of rumbling about them possibly thinking about making a trade, because at the moment they were thinking that, well, we can try and make a move for Tony Romo if he's a free agent, but if the Washington Redskins, which are a wild card and have done crazy things in the past, like giving up a second and a third for Donovan McNabb, as well as making moves for guys like Jeff George, it's conceivable that they would make a trade for Tony Romo. And the way I've looked at this, and everybody who watched the live stream last night or some of the other videos and things, it actually kind of makes sense all the way around. Because here's the thing. Kirk Cousins, it sounds like, doesn't really want to be a Redskin. He's happy to take $24 million on a franchise tag, but he's looking at it long term. Do I really want to be here for the rest of my career? And basically a long-term contract pretty much is going to do just that. So with the lack of true love that he's gotten, when you hear about a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo that has, 2 games that he started, where they're talking about trading a number 1 pick and him getting paid, if I'm Kirk Cousins and looking at my body of work, where I played really well on some crappy teams. Now, let's be honest here. The Redskins haven't exactly lit up since the 91 season, the NFL. You got to look at Kirk Cousins being probably the best quarterback that they've had consistently since the 91 season. I can't think of a better quarterback that they've had. Can you guys? Yet, the Redskins have been hesitant now to give him a long-term deal. So my thinking is, if I'm Kirk Cousins, I'll take the cash right now. Keep franchise tagging me. Just tie me in for 1 more year. Put me down for a big fat payday. And when I can get out of here rich, I will. So the Redskins are thinking, well, that's what he wants to do. We need to try and get something for him now before we pay him a boatload of money. So if they can get the number 2 pick, I'm not saying they'll be able to get a franchise quarterback now, but who knows what you can do with the number 2 pick. Think about what they gave up to get the number 2 pick to take RG3, to move up 3 spots. They gave up 3 number 1s and a second. So that's a hell of a commodity that you could get for Kirk Cousins. But you still have to take care of this year. And why not gamble on Tony Romo? As it stands now, Tony Romo's contract's $14 million. Kirk Cousins' franchise tag would be $24. Immediately, you're saving some money on your cap. And if Tony renegotiates to a team-friendly contract, it may even be less than that. So that gives you some money in free agency. And we know one thing about the Redskins is they love to spend money in free agency. You can go down the long list of guys that got paid from a $100 million contract for Albert Hainsworth to $30 million for Adam Archuleta to $55 million for a past primetime Dion, and even $31 million for good old Randall L. So from that standpoint, that's exactly what the Redskins would like. And if you're the Dallas Cowboys, if you can trade Tony Romo for anything, get some cap relief and an extra pick, now all of a sudden you're able to fix some holes. Yeah, he's going to go to a division rival possibly, but it's the Redskins. And some of you out there have this saying that, oh, we can't let Tony Romo go. We don't want to face Tony Romo. Well, you know what? We face a lot of good quarterbacks next year. A lot. We got Matty Ice. We got Aaron Rodgers again. We've got Russell Wilson. You know, we've got from the Raiders. We've got everybody. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. But we've got some great quarterbacks that we're facing. If you're worried about Tony Romo, then you need to be worried about all those other guys as well. And the best way to take care of those guys is to be able to plug the holes on your defense. So from a standpoint of that, I look at it as possibly a win for 3 teams. It's taking care of San Francisco's need to have a quarterback, because clearly they don't have one right now. Takes care of the Redskins in the short term and gives them some of those picks that they lost on RG3 years back. For the Cowboys, it gives them some cap relief and some picks. So to me, it makes sense. Now we'll find out if this is all just a bunch of BS or if there's any more to it. So anything that I hear, guys, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But I got to tell you, I trolled Sports Talk 980 yesterday, and they're worried. They're really worried in Washington that they're getting Tony Romo. So I've got some work to do. Got a lot of running around to do. Thank everybody who joined in last night on the live stream. The response was unbelievable. Thank Law Nation. And if you haven't checked out Law Nation, be sure to check him out. Brother puts out great videos and things like that. Support him and give him some love. I'm Mark Holmes. This is CowboyJobu. And hold on to your hats, because it's going to get crazy over this week. Have a great day.